Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, you know this does not work. Let's get open for business, and let's wake up the football gods. Wake up here. Man, I just got back home. I got my mother-in-law's bathroom together, got them moved downstairs, and it's going to be a great thing, so make life a lot easier for them. My man Justin, literally in about 12 hours from now, he'll be headed for Dallas to have his dream trip. You know, it was a couple of weeks ago that he found out that he's not doing real good health-wise. But he said his dream was to go to Dallas for a game. And thanks to all you great fans out there, we are making that a reality. He is going to Dallas tomorrow to go to an autograph signing. He's going to be going and spending a couple nights at the Embassy Suites. He's going to be hanging out with Cowboys experience. He's got tickets on the 40-yard line. He even has a sideline pass. And there may be, if the mojo is right, it may be something even, we're talking earth-shattering, something huge that may happen. I'm not going to say what it might be because I don't want to jinx it. But keep your fingers crossed that this will be the dream trip of a lifetime. And my JMU Dukes will be taking on Northern Iowa starting in 2 minutes. And it's foggy as could be. It could be a fog bowl. So I'm going to be getting the TV and stuff. In fact, Michael's running over there to get the TV on now because we're going to ESPN2, JMU Dukes. And, it is the house that Charles Haley built, okay? I was part of that JMU Dukes team that was playing back in the day.
I think there's like 8 or 9 actual active
right.
JMU players.
Yeah, right now, there's 8 or 9 JMU players in the NFL right now. They're becoming a football factory. But anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about. Please stop sending me the articles about Odell Beckham Jr., okay? Somehow, some way, well, we all know, listen, I knew, and I told you, that Odell was not going to be happy in Cleveland because it's not New York City. There ain't much to do in Cleveland. I'm sorry. It gets cold up in there, and it's the mistake by the lake. And regardless of what everybody told you that they are Super Bowl contending teams, I told you they were still the doo-doo Browns. Just because you have a lot of talented people does not mean you're going to win. Dallas Cowboys. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? You can't bring together a whole bunch of all-stars and think that automatically they're going to be great. It just doesn't happen. We saw that when they had the dream team with the Eagles. You know, they went out and signed everybody, and they ended up failing, and Andy Reid packed his bags, and he went to Kansas City. So now that Odell found out the grass is not greener in Cleveland, wants to get out. Now, here's the thing. We've been through this discussion before, friends, where people were talking about, we should go get Odell Beckham. And I said, I do not want that guy on my team. No way, no how, to quote one of the talking heads. I'm sorry. Odell is a cancer. Now, the way this article went was the Cowboys haven't been able to reach an agreement with Amari Cooper, and they may let him walk and end up signing Odell Beckham. That's not apples to oranges, guys. How stupid would it be to let a guy who literally saved your season last year, who has ended up being, even though he's been nicked up this year, has still been one of the best wide receivers in football, that you can't come up with a contract? It might be about 19, maybe $20 million, right? He's only 25 years old. He's young. He's in his prime. He wants to be here. You let that guy go and bring in Odell Beckham? Odell Beckham, who has been injured the last 3 years. Odell, who's getting paid $17 million this year. Let me say it again. He's getting $17 million this year. He's on a $77 million contract. You bring him in, who has been the guy who said, we're going to be like New England for like the next 5 years. Who talks about doing work and then doesn't show up. Who is a guy who, when things are going great, look at me, I am the greatest in the world. And when things are going wrong, next question. Who checks out? Who hits holes in the wall? Who tries to get you to sleep with, try to get you to sleep with, try to get you to sleep with? That guy? That guy whose whole career is about the one-handed catch The one-handed catch against our Cowboys? I was at that game. The one-handed catch and then got hurt and they lost the game. That, my friends, is the definition of his career. Looks great sometimes, but doesn't win. And when they do win, when they do finally have an opportunity to go to the playoffs, immediately leaves the Washington Redskins the game, goes to Florida, even though the next weekend you are playing against the Green Bay Packers, you decide to hang out with Justin Bieber, a known jinx, hang out on a boat the next day, and then go back and show up in Green Bay and walk around with no shirt on out in 3-degree weather. Cold don't bother me, cold don't bother me, and then proceed not to show up in the game. And after the game's over, put a hole in the wall. Now, if you are looking for the circus to come to town, and maybe that's what it's really about for Jerry Jones. At this point, if it's about winning, what about Odell Beckham Jr. says winning to you? Because in his whole career, his whole totality of his career, he's played in one playoff game. He is the most fined player in the NFL. And not for, like where you just got dirty players where they're just hitting people. It's for stupid shit. Why would you bring... I'm going to tell you. You'd be better off re-signing Randall Cobb than Odell Beckham Jr. Odell is not a number one wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys. He's a slot receiver. And he has almost as many yards as Odell Beckham. Now, Cowboy fans, I know you want to just bring somebody in and think it's going to turn the team around and it's going to be great, because I keep hearing these things like, Tom Brady. Let's go get Tom Brady. Tom Brady. You're thinking about Tom Brady, who's part of the system that is Bill Belichick. How you know it's a system? Because even without Tom Brady, they continue to roll. When he got injured, we had Matt Castle go through and win for them. Matt Castle. The guy that we couldn't get to do jack here in Dallas? Look at the rest of his career. You looked at it and said, oh, well, he's going to be something, right? We're talking about him being suspended for 4 games, and they win 3 of them. I'm not saying Tom Brady's not great, but you got to understand where he's playing. And he will be 43 years old. And if you look at his statistics, how he tailed off last year and how he's really tailed off this year, you have to think, what is it that Tom Brady is going to be able to bring here without Bill Belichick? Stop it, Cowboy fans. Stop it. Stop looking for somebody to be a savior, because they're not going to be. Cleveland thought he was going to be a savior for them. And what has he been? A pain in the ass. Anyway, I'm going to go watch JMU. And I'm going to get ready for our live stream, which comes up at 9 o'clock. And, boy, I'm going to be spitting some heat tonight, because we need to motivate our Dallas Cowboys to win one for Justin. You got anything to add, Mike? Did I miss any other news while we're coming through? Odell Beckham Jr. to the Cowboys. Give me a fat baby break. Come on, man. I don't want problem childs. I'll see you guys in a couple hours.